Romeo and Juliet's relationship affected people in the village that went beyond their family and friends. However, you can see the most prominent emotions and change in their family and friends, particularly after the death of the two. Why this affected the village so much is because there are not too many double suicides, and the two families are rivals and have been in a feud with constant fights in Verona. It escalated so much in the last few years that the prince threatens to execute both families if they fight, and when Romeo and Juliet die, the feud ends. And fun fact, research has shown that in the modern age, teen dating has gone down significantly from 2017 compared to 1991. Maybe if Romeo and Juliet had lived in the modern age, their actions may have been better and they wouldn't have fallen in love so young. Earlier in the play, when Juliet's parents find out that the two are in love, they threaten Juliet and insist that she still marry Paris, her fiancé. Historically, during the time and place this occurs, Italian Renaissance, wealthy women's relationships and marriages could carry the reputation and status of the whole family. Often, matchmaking with other wealthy families was thought necessary. A real-world theory that was derived from the play called the Romeo and Juliet effect, which is the idea that the more parents or loved ones disapprove of something, particularly relationships, the more likely one will want that thing or relationship. However, studies have shown that this is false, and the consideration from family and friends is very important on how you feel about a relationship. Romeo and Juliet's relationship ended up killing many people too, particularly because of Romeo's eagerness. He ends up killing Tybalt, Juliet's cousin, Mercutio, Romeo's best friend, Paris, Juliet's fiancé, and his own mother. However, Mercutio and his mother were not directly his fault. Romeo caused Mercutio and Tybalt's death on the streets of Verona. When Tybalt wished to duel Romeo after finding out Romeo married Juliet, which ends up in Mercutio defending Romeo's honor, causing Mercutio to get stabbed and die. Later, Romeo gets revenge for Mercutio by killing Tybalt. Then, near the end of the play, Friar Lawrence gives Juliet a sleeping potion, and everyone thinks she's dead. Romeo goes to her tomb to die beside her, but he finds Paris there. Romeo fights and kills Paris, so he can see Juliet. Then he poisons himself, and upon waking, Juliet stabs herself when discovering a dead Romeo. Later, Romeo's mom, Lady Montague, kills herself because of the thought of life without her son. As to why Romeo and Juliet put an end to themselves is most likely because of something called suicide contagion, the action or thought of suicide from a loved one or role model dying, which teenagers are more susceptible to commit. In the end, Romeo and Juliet's death end the long-standing feud, which no one in Verona liked, but what cost?